there's not many guys in the league that can make that throw. So that was a hell of a throw. I hope he can continue to grow and develop from making plays like that. And
so a lot of people want to see me fail, and it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen.
In what was an absolutely stunning turn of events, Shedeur Sanders officially got his very first start for the Cleveland Browns. And let me tell you, he put on a performance that nobody is going to forget anytime soon. The throws he was making were just spectacular, honestly, some of the most impressive passes we have witnessed this entire season. But the most incredible moment happened when the Browns GM, Andrew Berry, who normally stays completely behind the scenes, just couldn't contain his excitement anymore. After the game wrapped up, he walked right into the locker room and gave Shedeur a huge, proud hug. Berry's pure, unfiltered joy really drove home just how massive this moment was, kicking off a brand new chapter for the young quarterback's career. With the Browns' future looking brighter than it has in years, Shedeur's story is really only getting started. And through this entire process, there's been one guy who never stopped believing in Shedeur Sanders, and that's Andrew Berry. From the second he decided to draft Sanders all the way to maneuvering behind the scenes to get him the starting job for the Browns, Berry has been his #1 supporter. That opportunity finally came to fruition yesterday, and Sanders absolutely did not disappoint him. Berry had said many times before how proud he was of Shedeur, but after seeing what he did yesterday, it's obvious that Sanders made that pride feel completely earned. Andrew Berry was the one who always had Shedeur's back, and now, with these incredible showings, Sanders is paying back all of that faith. And you know what? He's not the only one who's a believer in Shedeur now, because even the team's superstars like Myles Garrett are calling him the quarterback they've always needed. Myles Garrett specifically brought up that unbelievable throw that ended up being the highlight of the entire game. Myles said that when he saw that pass go up, he couldn't look away and was literally praying to God that it wouldn't get picked off. But the pass was just flawless, and he went on to say that it's the kind of throw that is incredibly hard for any quarterback in the NFL to pull off perfectly. Shedeur is building a powerful case for himself, and this was only his first start. He was completely on the money when Shedeur Sanders launched a perfect 57-yard bomb that left everybody's jaw on the floor. Even though the receiver stumbled and couldn't take it to the house right away, the pass itself was an absolute thing of beauty. Sanders, while rolling out to his right, just calmly looked downfield and knew exactly where his guy was going to be. He threw the ball with surgical precision, hitting his receiver without a single flaw. It was a play people will be talking about for a long time, and Shedeur understood exactly what was needed to make it a reality. In the end, Quinshon Judkins secured the catch and turned it into 6 points, finishing off a stunning play that put Sanders' incredible field vision and arm talent on full display. That was hardly the only big-time moment from Shedeur Sanders, either. He was not afraid to air it out. On a different play, Sanders demonstrated that same cool confidence he showed before. By moving to his right side, he baited defenders to come after him, and then he saw Jerry Jeudy wide open down the field and dropped a perfect deep ball right into his hand. Jeudy took off with it and was about to score a touchdown, but in a heartbreaking moment, he lost focus and coughed up the football. Still, nobody could argue with the quality of that pass. It was perfectly placed, proving Sanders has the ability to make huge plays when the pressure is on. The Browns head coach, Kevin Stefanski, also couldn't help but share his admiration for Shedeur Sanders' outing. He was clearly blown away by how well the offense was running with Sanders in charge, and he complimented the team's powerful execution under his direction. This was a massive shift, because Stefanski had been pretty much silent on the topic of Sanders all year long. But after witnessing Sanders' phenomenal first start, it seems pretty clear that Stefanski is more than willing to change his opinion on the gifted young QB.
And special teams getting penalties, but I thought by and large operation was good. And I have to credit, it's nice having a veteran center when you have rookie quarterbacks playing in there that you can really.
Kevin Stefanski didn't even blink when it came to defending Shedeur Sanders. He urged the media to pay attention to the amazing plays the kid was making rather than focusing on any of his errors. Stefanski highlighted how Sanders stepped up big time, launching perfect, deep passes when the Browns' protection was breaking down, and he was able to carve up the defense to set up a score. He emphasized that while Sanders is already playing at a high level, he is nowhere near satisfied. Stefanski insisted that Sanders is committed to getting even better, always putting in the work and pushing himself to improve with each and every game.
We had a conversation early that morning, and then we had a conversation later that day. I think we had the right people involved in the conversation. At the end of the day, that's Andrew Berry's call. Andrew made the call to pick Shedeur. Just like who's going to start or what play we're going to call is Kevin's call. But that's Andrew's call. He made the call.
But look, while Stefanski might be singing Shedeur Sanders' praises now, the real engine behind his success has been Andrew Berry all along. From the very start, Berry has been Shedeur's #1 advocate, fighting for him to get a chance to shine in a Browns jersey. In reality, it was Berry who made the call to draft Sanders in the first place, something that Jimmy Haslam himself has confirmed. So even though Stefanski might be the one at the podium getting credit for quarterback decisions, the truth is that Andrew Berry has been the one quietly pulling the strings, ensuring Shedeur gets to stay on the field and has all the chances he needs to prove his worth to the Browns.
In regards to Shedeur and Deion, Deion's not going to interfere. Deion's not going to be calling the coach. Deion's not going to be commenting about Shedeur while he's at Colorado. Lou, I think there's a lot of just fake news out there.
Ever since the draft, Andrew Berry has been completely all in on Shedeur Sanders. His initial plan was to grab him in the first or second round, and when that plan fell through, you could see the frustration written all over his face, but Berry refused to give up. When the 5th round came around, he took control of the situation himself, getting Jimmy Haslam on the phone to make the pick and get Shedeur to Cleveland. From that point forward, Berry has been the one spearheading the effort to make sure Sanders not only sticks with the Browns, but also gets every single chance to find success. His belief in Shedeur's potential has been unshakable from day one. So, yesterday, when Shedeur Sanders made his very first start, Andrew Berry, who had been keeping a low profile for a while, made it his mission to go into the locker room and personally congratulate him with a hug. That interaction was so much more than a simple gesture. It was a massive symbol of his unwavering support. For Shedeur, this was a huge accomplishment, not just for his own career, but also for Andrew Berry, the man who had been the key figure in getting Shedeur the opportunity to start for the Browns. It was a moment of shared victory for both of them, signaling the start of a new and exciting chapter in their careers. Shedeur Sanders' first start with the Browns felt like the dawn of a new era. From his very first pass, he displayed the kind of talent and composure that made him such a highly touted prospect. His knack for reading defenses, making accurate throws under duress, and keeping his cool in difficult spots instantly grabbed the notice of everyone from his teammates and coaches to the fans. Andrew Berry's relentless faith in Shedeur, from the moment he drafted him to advocating for him to be the starter, paid off spectacularly. You could see all of Berry's support in that one moment when he walked into the locker room after the game, embracing Shedeur with a look of pure pride and validation. It was an interaction that represented more than just a personal win for Shedeur. It was the payoff for Berry's belief in his incredible potential. The praise from Myles Garrett after Shedeur's performance helped cement the young quarterback's role in the team's future. Garrett, who is one of the biggest stars on the Browns, saw the amazing skill Shedeur was bringing to the offense, particularly with those flawless deep balls. The connection between the team's established leaders and their new quarterback is impossible to miss, and it's obvious that Shedeur's arrival has sparked a wave of excitement and optimism in that locker room. Even the head coach, Kevin Stefanski, who had been quiet about Shedeur until this point, voiced his support, emphasizing the quarterback's development and his drive to get better. Stefanski's comments signaled a new stage in Shedeur's journey, where he's viewed not just as a kid with a lot of promise, but as a true leader prepared to face whatever comes next. As Shedeur Sanders keeps growing and developing, it's pretty obvious that the future of the Browns is in very capable hands. This is just the very beginning, and if his debut performance is any sign of things to come, Shedeur is on a path to greatness in this league. The journey ahead is filled with promise, and it seems like it's only a matter of time before everyone knows his name. So what did you think about Shedeur Sanders' incredible debut for the Browns? Do you think he's prepared to lead this team to the next level, Or is it still too soon to say? And how do you feel about all the support he's getting from Andrew Berry, Myles Garrett, and Kevin Stefanski? Do you believe Shedeur has what it takes to be the franchise quarterback the Browns have been desperately searching for? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Are you as hyped as we are for what the future holds for Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns?